Welcome, everyone. Welcome, everyone, to another episode of Only One Truth. Only One Truth. I am your host, Raheem. And we have another host, and her name is. We have a little technical difficulty, so maybe she can't hear me. Young lady, tell everybody your name and where you're coming from.
Hey, this is Sharon Gaylord. Live in
Good
South
deal.
Carolina.
South Carolina, South Tacky. Now, what we're gonna talk about? Got a little cracking sound coming from one of the lines here. I'm trying to figure out the best way that we can rectify the situation. We got a little issue, but we're gonna work through this thing. We're gonna make it. Let me see. Can I do that? Yeah, I could do that right there. Okay, I'll do that right there until it's time for you to talk, and then we'll bring it back in, and then that way we'll be able to hear exactly what's going on. Can you hear me good? Okay, good deal. Now, there's a lot of things. Georgia had the spotlight on it today. Georgia had the spotlight on it today because of the runoff, and it went the way that I like. I love that it went and it played itself out. Um, Not so much for a lot of other people, and they're having an uproar right now. What do you say about that?
I think that I think that it's a shame that things have materialized and gone down to this point when it really didn't have to be that way.
Hmm.
This is time for the U.S. to come together, and right now, with everything that's going on, we're pulling farther and farther apart.
And it doesn't help. Truth of the matter, it really doesn't help that we have a president that's not very presidential. I don't like to rush my time. I don't like to rush my time at all. But at the same time, I know that I will be very happy. I'll be behind a happy elephant lady and porcupine proud when the 20th get here and he get up out of office. He even did something today. He made a statement today about the protest. Say, go home, and which was a good thing, which should have been taken as a good thing. But at the same time, he came back and told other lies about the election. So it's like he said something and then he poured some gasoline on top of the fire. What you
Yep.
said?
I think his actions today and his actions in the past just led up to inciting the riot that we have today. I think
Hmm.
that if he stood up to for the people and not more about himself, then we wouldn't be in this situation. But because of the fact that he has so much hatred himself towards his fellow man, that's why we're in the position that we're in. I'm
Hmm.
so happy that we only have 2 more weeks to this, but I'm fearful of what's going to come within the next 2 weeks because of his attitude and him not wanting to do anything to even stop the actions of today. He was still so self-absorbed that even today, with everything that was going on, he felt like it was okay. He was giving out his own cues in order for him to do it, and he is the reason that they're writing today.
Exactly. And to have let's just pull back all the layers to have people to go to the Capitol building like they did and to force their way in, tearing up windows, tearing up glasses, trying to pull off the doors off. They're trying to do everything they could do just to get inside the building. Had that been Black Lives Matter, had that been black, and those police really didn't do a whole lot. They said they called the National Guard in after all this stuff was said and done. They called them in, and they supposed to subside. It's supposed to be some kind of curfew, but all that stuff happened. Had that been a Black Lives Matter group that did half of what they done, what would have happened, Sharon?
Well, had it been Black Lives Movement, you would have seen more body bags, more stuff going out. It would have been a whole lot more violence from the police force themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Things like right now, with what's going on now, they're pretty much trying to usher them out and do it the nice way. But had it been black people or
Mm-hmm.
another race that was doing that, it would have been far more worse. It would have been more shooting, been more violence
Yes.
towards us than
Mm-hmm.
ever. We would have never been able to stand for something.
And see, I even heard, and one of the things that's real disturbing to me is the narratives that they use on the news when they're describing situations like this. They're angry, they're upset. They blah blah blah. And had it been Black Lives Matter, look at those thugs. Those thugs, they're out of control. They have no self control. They're thugs. They're hoodlums. Some of this just a few of the terms they were used to describe the group that's doing the things that these people are doing right now. But you have never heard anybody say anything about thug, hoodlum, out of control, or anything. Oh, they're just angry.
They don't see it
How
that way.
can it be two different countries when you're dealing with situations like this? Because it's like we're dealing in two different countries.
And that's mainly because of the fact that it is them and not us. I mean,
Hmm.
the fact that they're allowing this to happen is very pitiful.
Hmm.
Because I do believe in my heart that had we had a better president that stood more for us, for everyone, not just one race, because it's not about white versus
Mhm.
blacks and Mexicans versus the rest. It's not about that. It's about unity. And
Yeah.
America does not have unity right now. I mean, right now, we're the laughing stocks of all the countries. The
Mhm.
fact that they're doing what they're doing today on Capitol Hill, all
Mhm.
of this here, is just part of what's going on right now. I mean, it's ludicrous because of the fact that they don't look and they think that we're not supposed to stand for who we are, but we're gonna always stand. And if nothing else stood for it, Georgia showed today that we
Yes.
will stand together in order to get what we need, so that not only they will benefit, but
Mhm.
we all will as a whole.
Mhm. And the one of the things about it, Biden, bless his heart, he tried to come out there and he tried to say some things. And I think once we get past this little, what is it? What you say about 2 more weeks? Once we get past these 2 weeks, and Biden actually get in office, and I think he will make somewhat of a difference. You still gonna have people that's gonna try to combat against him because of the fact that they're so loyal. And I'm trying, Sean, I'm trying to understand what is the loyalty that all these people have for Trump. Is it just that birds of a feather flock together, and is a hatred that they have for certain individuals that's just that strong that they will flock behind a man like this that don't have anybody but his own best interest at heart?
I just think that it's pure hatred. It's
Mm-hmm.
hatred towards everyone. Anybody that does not stand in that race, then it's hatred. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
you know, it's hatred. It's sad that it's
Mm-hmm.
come to this.
Mm-hmm.
I have a lot of white friends, and I love them to death. But that's just what it is. Some of the people that I thought were one way, well, when all of this stuff started happening with Trump, I'm seeing different sides to everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
You just have to sit back, and right now, my thing for people is I say be safe, because you never know who you're standing by.
Yes. What happened to the United States of America? The United States of America. Have we ever been there? Will we ever get there? What do you think? What do you say to that?
As far as the U.S. is concerned, we've fallen apart.
Mhm.
I think that we are falling apart, and we're more divided now than we ever have been. And
Mhm.
I don't know if we'll ever, after everything that's happened, if we'll ever be able to come back together as
Mhm.
one. I do not see that happening. I mean, we've been divided for a long time. Racism has existed for a very long time.
Mhm.
Racism now is just there. It's just blatant. They
Mhm.
don't care. They say what they want. They do what they want. Even on the backside, where they're trying now to take and do stuff with civil rights and all this other stuff on the backside. We really, I mean, you sit here and you listen to the stuff about the riots, but you're gonna have to listen to the news and look at what they're doing behind the scenes. Because these
Mhm.
next 14 days, they're gonna do a whole lot of stuff behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And this right here, I just think that it's just something to take and put,
Mhm.
um, to enlighten, not to enlighten, but to give you something else to think about, so that you don't look at what's going on behind.
Mhm. And see, one of the things that's a telltale sign, if on this day, the first day of the runoff, and it went the way that it went, if they so bold as to go to the Capitol building and do this at the Capitol building, I mean, this day one. What's next? What what it makes you wonder what are they really capable of? Because if they'll do this right here and get away with it, there was no arrest. There was no arrest.
Mhm.
How?
Not
How could
one,
that be possible?
not one, and they will get away with it.
Mhm.
If you look at the news right now, you see they're getting away with it all. But we've never, it would have been hundreds of arrests by now had
Yeah,
it been
yeah,
the BLM movement.
exactly.
Thousands.
Mhm. And see, that's the thing that's so disheartening. Again, it takes me right back to we're living in 2 different countries up under 2 different, set of rules. We're living in 2 different countries under 2 different set of rules, one that govern them and a totally different one that govern us. And like you said, had it been Black Lives Matter, you would see bodies laid all over the place, people arrested, and they don't care because they feel like they will be justified in doing that. So why don't you have I tell people all the time, Sharon, I don't care if you mistreat me, long as you treat everybody the same way. If you mistreat me, that's fine, long as I see that you're mistreating everybody on the same level.
Mhm.
Otherwise, now I have if you're not doing that, now I have an issue because now you're treating me differently. You're trying to punish me and just slap them on the wrist. There's no justice there. So what do you say to that?
I said definitely. I don't ever think they will ever be treated like that.
Okay, we have issues with your line. Okay, let me see. Are you there? We have some issues. We have some issues with your line. Okay. Let me see. What I'm gonna talk a little bit. She's having some issues with the line there. I'm gonna talk for a few minutes. See can we get that rectified. But my thing is this right here, and the phone lines are open as well. 678-381-1973. 678-381-1973. And I just want to tell you, we're having a little technical problems, the technical issues right now. They will be worked out. So moving forward, everything's gonna be fine. This is gonna be a quality show. It's already quality, but technically when you're dealing with technology, sometimes things happen that's out of our control. But we're gonna get this thing right, and we're gonna keep moving forward. Let's check it out. There we go. Look at that. Oh, still got a little bit going on. Say someone want to refresh your line. Okay. Yeah, it's going on with the line there. So we'll get it worked out. We'll get it worked out, and we'll move forward. I we had another topic, and a good thing we had another topic that we was going to talk about today. But in light of everything else that happened, we shifted to talk about the protest situation. So the topic that we're going to have that we had for today, I think we'll pick that up next week. We'll probably pick that up next week, and hopefully we'll have it. Call in. I don't know what's going on with the connection there.
I can't understand. There's a lot of static on the side.
Okay, I can't make say it again. Can't hear you. Okay, hold on. It's muted. Okay, say something.
I said it's a lot
Yeah,
of static.
it's a whole lot of static. Uh-huh.
Hold on, I can't even hardly understand you right now.
Huh?
I said I can barely understand you right now. So much
Okay.
static.
All right. You know what we're gonna do? Let me see. We're gonna do. We're gonna bring it back. We're gonna try it again. We're gonna bring it back and try to work out the situation, the issue that we're having with the sound. Can you hear me? Okay. Let me see here. Oh, there we go. Let me see. Is that better? No, it's not. What we're gonna do? Want to end it and try and come back next week.
You said check
Yeah. Huh?
break and come back. Break and come back. I can barely understand you.
Okay. We're gonna take a break and come back. We're gonna try to work this out on the other end. So y'all hang out with us a little bit. We'll be right back. We'll be right back. We're gonna work this situation out with the issue that we're having out with the sound, and hopefully we're gonna work this thing out and we're gonna keep it going. But y'all know we're not gonna quit. We're not gonna quit because we're not quitters, and we're gonna keep this thing going. We're gonna make the best out of this thing. We're gonna make it work, and because only one truth is a show that I think you all are really going to enjoy. I think you're really going to get something out of it. We're gonna moving forward. We're gonna have guests, different guests that's gonna come on. We're gonna have people calling in, and it's gonna be good. We're gonna deal with a lot of issues. We're gonna deal with a lot of issues that a lot of people don't want to deal with, and we're gonna talk about them because there's only one truth, and we're gonna tell it. Am I telling the truth? Amen. See, I can't hear her, but she can shake her head. Look at that. You can shake her head like that. Yeah, she can shake her head. Listen, we're gonna go out for a little bit and we try to work this thing out. Let me do this. Move that line right there. There we go. And let's go back to our opening and our closing, and we will be back in just a little bit. Love you all.